Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new commentary video where you're playing some Smolder mid. This is my first commentary video of League of Legends. I'm still in the grand scheme of things quite new to this game, and if you are clicking on this video, you probably have seen me from Smite. I do play-by-play videos in Smite, and I'm much, much, much better at that game than I am at this game. So a lot of this is just going to be kind of learning the game, figuring it out. I am Platinum, but I'm a top laner, and I don't play characters like Smolder. I really just kind of play Renekton and Rumble. So I'm going to be trying to just showcase like my streamlined thought of how to play, understanding that I'm very, very much a noob in the grand scheme of things, and I've got a lot to learn, and I'll try to be proactive in when I'm wrong, and work on things like freeing up my cam and playing with those things progressively, and hopefully, after 20, 30 episodes, you guys see a different player in the grand scheme of things. That is the goal, a different, improved player. So I'm just going to kind of start with poking him out. I feel like that is a pretty good way to start. And I have to also clarify, I am, again, not a mid laner, and I am terrible at this character. This is probably my worst character that I actually play a little bit of. But he's really fun, and he's really cool. So if you don't know, because I'm assuming I'm going to be reaching mostly people who don't really play League of Legends at all, or maybe are just starting it. Smolder is a character that his first ability is Q, which is this little fireball that I just missed right there, permanently stacks. So basically, it gets stronger every time I get a hit with it. That specifically lasted on minions or just a hit on enemies, like characters, and it gets stronger after every single hit. So I want to basically get it as much as I can. Um, and assuming I do, at different tiers, it upgrades and just really becomes quite powerful. So the mainstay of the game is going to be trying to scale that as much as I can, and understanding that I am a late game champion. So yeah, that's kind of the goal, man. And I am getting cooked so far. This is not going too hot, but we are getting last hits pretty good, so that's at least nice. And Aurelion Sol, not really a character I've played against, so I think I need to pump the brakes here because I am kind of getting cooked a bit. So far, though, our CS is okay, right? And I am a little low, but I do have TP. I want to get to, as much gold as I can before I reset, because obviously backing in this game and being forced to back is definitely a little bit rough, but we do gain a little bit of health and mana back upon leveling, so we're kind of okay. This is a norm game. I'm doing that primarily because, again, I am playing I'm planning to play a lot of champions I don't play, and I'm learning, and also, just a little bit less stress. And I think, quite frankly, when I'm talking and I'm not good at a game, unlike Smite, I can't really do commentaries and play as good as I normally, would be playing. And this game is just super unforgiving. So as I kind of just gain confidence in talking and playing, um, I think I'll, make that transition. But yeah, the biggest thing right now is to, again, just kind of not die. Like, I feel like if I can get to sort of a late game spot, notice I'm at 22 stacks on my Q, I'm going to be doing really, really good. So I just have to sort of get there right now. And our CS is pretty good. We're at 27. He's at 28. Again, I'm probably not like applying the best pressure. I should probably be a lot better off, but I think a lot of that was me just kind of getting hit. I notice my guy is ganking. I hope I can help, but it looks like I kind of can't. He gave me a little bit of space, though. I'll try to use that to at least just like farm out a little bit more. But yeah, so far, a decent start, honestly. We got 25 stacks. At 25 stacks, our Q evolves a little bit. So there's a couple of incremental evolves with this character that just basically enhances his abilities past just the simple scaling of them. And at 25 stacks, your Q becomes bigger, and it does this, where it's a little fireball instead of just this little one-hitting thing. And that's obviously quite great to have. So I do also, of course, know that playing unlocked camera is very, very bad in this game. You definitely want to at least play like semi-locked. I'm just quite frankly not there in terms of comfort. I'm level about 90 in this game, so although like I might be kind of a high rank relative to my level, I still have like a lot of deficiencies in playing, and I need to like get there with that. So please bear with me if you're like actually pretty good at League and stuff and you're not a complete noob, this might be a little tough to watch. But again, the biggest goal is to try to show incremental improvement, and you know, we'll see what we can do after a month from now. We're gonna get our Q off here. You know, again, I'm hoping that also, just in playing Smite and in, you know, being really good at that game, I can use just like MOBA sense to kind of carry me a little bit. And we'll see how that goes, but you know, that's the idea and the hope. So as you can see, I am quite a mana-hungry character, so I want to make sure I get this item called Tear. This is basically just going to give me a lot of mana sustain upon hitting abilities, upon killing minions and stuff like that. And I can use it as a component, which is just like a little Tier 1, to build an item that I want to go a little bit later. So again, in the same way that my kit and my abilities very much scale, so does my build. I'm kind of, you know, of the sound mind that if we're already going to be scaling heavily with our character, we may as well invest in a build that scales. And this is very much just a Smolder build I've copied from, you know, websites and stuff, but it, you know, matches that idea for the most part. So that's, you know, why we're kind of going for this item. And also just, you know, quite frankly, you want to have the mana to do your thing. We're going to look over here. There's a bit of a fight going on. Maybe I can help out here. I trust my Shin a lot. This guy's only level 4. But it seems like he's just trying to farm, so no worries. We're not against like the highest pressure jungler. So the jungler is Cho'Gath, which is that little guy we just hit right there. He's traditionally played in top, sometimes in mid and support. I guess you could kind of play him jungle, but is definitely best in top. He is a tank jungler, which doesn't always mean that they're low pressure, but tends to mean their clear speed is just going to be a little bit slower, which I feel like is great for me. You know, he doesn't have the best dive. He's got a lot more CC as a knock-up and stuff like that, which I've got to be careful for. But as long as I play my range and kind of kite him, I should be pretty safe. That is the goal and the hope, at least. My Shen is pinging over at Void, so he wants a rotation over there. I'm going to head there as soon as I can. I do want to, obviously, like make an effort to help. But yeah, I am a little bit slow, so at this point, maybe it's not that useful. Okay, he ended up getting all 3. As long as he's not under contest, like, it's not that bad that I don't rotate, but obviously, you know, I should try to make his job a little bit easier. The most important thing right now is that I'm only down, like, 4 CS, which, again, I have no idea how this matchup is supposed to go. You know, should I be in a better CS spot? Probably. My biggest, like, advice, I would say, is, like, try to just keep your farm up first and foremost. He is definitely making a bit of a mistake here, though. And he is just going to fall right there. So we get his flash there. We flash in. And yeah, he just postured a little bit too aggressively, so we're able to get a pick. But my biggest, like, you know, approach and just philosophy, and again, this is a Smite-centric philosophy, and being a much better player than most people, so it might not really work in this game. But my idea is just like, let's play to farm, let's try to get the best CS we can possible. And if I'm messing up in, you know, kills and I'm not getting enough kills as I should be, or I'm maybe not applying as much pressure as I should be, I'm generally speaking okay with that. I want to make sure I'm prioritizing my farm first, and then I can learn how to pressure and deny farm secondly, right? And especially on a character like Smolder, where, you know, scaling is the name of the game, I'm going to try to play as risk adversely as possible. So in a spot here, now mind you, one thing I have realized I've forgotten to do completely this game is ward, and that is just atrocious. We have free wards in this game, we may as well use them. Yes, you can buy wards that are a little bit better, but if you want to at the very least use your free wards, and I think just placing them in these bushes kind of to the side of the lane is a really safe way to at least get some type of value. I think I'm also really benefited from the fact that I haven't seen a lot of roaming going on, but right there they have a Gragas support, which is definitely a little unique. You know, I'm going to make sure to just kind of play it a little bit safe. That is his ultimate right there. Really good combo. That was crazy. I just got farmed. Yeah, I was trying to get a little bit of poke on him a little bit cheekily. I know I didn't have flash, so I should have played back, but man, I didn't expect him to just kind of like ding me like that. He threw his Q, which was that first little barrel in a bad spot, I thought, and then he did that. So that was pretty sick. Hats off to him. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of that in these games. A lot of kind of okay moments and then some stuff like that. I just didn't really respect the CC potential there, so it's a bit unlucky. Really bad death. You never want to die when you have a wave that's like shoved. If I at least clear the wave or something like that, you know, I'm losing a lot less for a death. But Yeah, that's not a good one. On the bright side, our CS, for 10 minutes is, I think, okay. I'm not saying it's great, but it's okay. We're definitely getting out farmed a little bit, but a lot of that is, with him getting that kill. Our stacks at being 75 at 10 minutes isn't the best, but it will improve, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. We'll try to get another tower plate here. That'd be really cool. Not quite going to happen just yet. No worries. But Gragas does die. So what I can do also is I can try to like maximize my Qs to get multiple last hits with them and subsequently multiple stacks. So I can notice, by the way, Aurelion Souls are roaming, so we're just going to shove here. And the idea is just that he'll lose plates for this, and if he wants to rotate and get a kill, which he might, we're at least punishing him, because I'm already beaten on the rotation. He's going to get a kill, which is a little bit rough. Also, I have to be totally candid. I don't actually know how to ping, so I'm very sorry to my friend about that, because trust me, I would have pinged it. Yeah, you would expect someone to know how to ping, but I literally don't. It's not a... It's probably something I should look up, and probably something I shouldn't admit. Oh well. You live and you learn, I guess. We're going to get a second plate, so he's literally losing, 250 gold minimum here, plus the minions. We're going to just dash out this way. I should be okay. We're going to get ulted back. This might be a little bit bad. Man, I'm actually just dead. That is really tough. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised he's able to reach me there. I guess I don't have boots, but I have enough for my items, so there's at least that. Yeah, I'm shocked. I don't know. I feel like I should be out there. I pathed even away from him. I've got TP when I'm up, so that's nice, but definitely a little bit sad. Again, this character is like quite difficult, and I'm quite bad, so not the best combo, but we're at least farming. We've at least gotten to our items, so we have a power spike, so to speak. I can like apply a lot more pressure now. Trinity Force, which we just built, is basically like an enhancement on your next auto attack after using an ability, which with our Q being on such a short cooldown is really, really nice for us. So yeah, we're going to try to be using that as much as we can, which, again, ranged characters I don't really play, so that's already working of itself. I feel like this rotation is kind of just bad for me. I don't like the angle, so I'd rather just push the mid wave and try to get another plate out of it. He did actually kill the mid laner, which is just huge by him, so maybe I could have, done a little bit of work, but kind of just didn't like the angle I was coming in, so I think it's okay. Obviously, it feels a little bit bad. I don't love the fact that I'm just abandoning him, but 97 stacks is definitely better. 225 is like the super great point, but 125 is the second upgrade. So that's how we're going to kind of just get some damage here, by the way. I'm going to flash Q, kill him here, and I can continue to fight. I'm not sure if I actually needed to flash, but again, just kind of like an aggressive play I feel like is pretty good. And you're noticing with this Trinity Force, again, we are in a power spike, so not the strongest we're going to be. We're still definitely a late game champ, but that's a great Thresh pull. We're doing a lot more damage. I wasn't able to kill him, but got him quite low, so we're okay with it. Good try there. He has like a pull, so we're obviously always going to try to make a play off of it. Good work, good work. Secondary quest Dragon's Horde. I didn't actually see what it was or what it is. I know there's certain like in-game quests that certain characters have in matchups where if you get kills or stuff like that on certain people or things like that, you actually get like certain buffs that make your character stronger. That's not for everything in the game, but there's certain matchups. I know Kayle and Aatrox have one, Renekton and Nasus have one. There's a couple more. It's like intertwined with the lore of the game. It's very, very unique, and I haven't really seen that in MOBAs. So I'd love to see that continue to get explored in this game, but also just in other games, because I find it super fascinating. I'm going to actually just take a quick reset here. We got the mid tower, which is great, and our farming is recovered a lot, especially with getting that kill. So we're feeling really, really good. Ionian boots are basically boots that give ability haste that are cooldown. Swiftness boots obviously will give us a slow efficacy and reducing it, and also just some movement. Because they have a Gragas and, Aurelion Sol has some slows and stuff, I actually think I just like Swiftness boots. I also just feel like in a game where kiting is very essential to just playing, especially on these kind of backlining characters, having movement is just always kind of overpowered, right? And I think it also is going to cover up for the fact that I'm quite frankly not playing these fights super well from a positioning standpoint, so it kind of bails you out a little bit. That's just like my perspective. If you disagree or you feel like that's wrong, feel free to comment. You could always say that having the cooldown on this character is really good, and I think it definitely is, but that's just my approach. So, especially like in this kind of a game where I'm really learning, I'm trying to make these things conversational. So please like share your inputs, your opinions, your perspectives, and I'm just going to give my opinion and like my perspective, what I think, and it's absolutely not a fact or anything like that. Because we have mid-wave push, we have to be, or excuse me, the tower gone. We have to be a little bit careful of how we play this, right? Because if I walk up too far, we're just going to bait ourselves. Notice Aphelios and Cho'Gath and stuff are, kind of hovering. I've got to really be careful because my wave's in a bit of a bad spot. So you can kind of use a jungler to help you out or a support just to like usher you with the wave in. Or quite frankly, you can back up and lose a bit of farm. And the idea is that if they're, sending multiple people over or they're kind of holding a spot, it should sort of be okay. It looks like, again, there's just a bit of a fight going on in bot. I can rotate in a little bit. Oh, but this guy's here, and I was not ready for him at all. So they were still keeping tension. I just didn't even know. That sucks. Yeah, I had no idea that that guy was ever going to show up. There's just a wave here he just wasn't on. I think what was happening is Mordekaiser is kind of getting cooked a little bit. So Darius holds the wave up here, so he doesn't walk up. This guy's sitting back. And this is a spot where he has to call ping something, which again, I'm not faulting him for because I don't know how to do. But Darius is just like hidden in this jungle. He doesn't know where. Wraps mid, kills me. Again, I kind of need to pay attention. I realized he was getting farmed so bad up there. But yeah, that's basically like kind of the approach right there. So the biggest thing for me is I just need to like back out of mid and just sit as far back as possible, or at least try to get some vision. Neither of which I did. A bit of a rough death. Again, I am like a top laner. Like I don't play this role at all, so I see the vision, but I didn't adjust to it in time. It's hindsight is always 20/20, right? So again, we're gonna try to make a better conceded effort to keep track of this Darius because he is a big problem. We've got a ward right here. My vision score is atrocious. But that's okay, we'll get there. I mean, look, I know how to unlock the camera. Again, it's just, will I play well with it? Maybe not. I can try a little bit. Good job. We use our dash there for a little bit of movement and kiting. I'm just going to back up here. I could maybe help a little bit. I'm going to just like Q this wave here and clear out a little bit. I do want to like keep farming always, because the more stacks we get, the better off we are. And that's like a mini game that you're effectively keeping for the entire match, quite literally, because the more stacks, the better. So we're at 143, which is like not terrible, but again, 225 is when we're like really awesome, because as you see, we have that little effect on our key right now where it like splinters off, and that splinter off will cause this burn effect at 225 stacks that can execute if you're low enough health, and the damage obviously will just continue to scale up as well. We'll get some vision here. Team is doing dragon. We get that. We're 2 dragons to zip. I have 4 dragons secured on a team. You get a really enhanced buff, but each of these little dragons we secure are giving us some types of buffs as well. So they're all meaningful, but the 4th dragon a team secures is by far the most valuable. Can I ever fight this guy? Build-wise, I want to say yes. OC, but it is never that simple. We're going to flash so we do not get knocked back. Again, it's like a... Well, we did get knocked back. We got knocked back a direction that we actually are okay with. So yeah, kind of, again, a little bit dodgy of me. I shouldn't have played so far up. My team went bot side, which is like not a bad play. I just need to like remember that it's literally like they have to kill me or they get nothing. And they are doing it again, so I am effed. Try to juke that. I'm going to get a slow off on all of them. I've got to run here. There is a chance I live. Again, Swiftness Boots is kind of carrying us, but I'm going to imagine I'm basically dead here. Yeah, there's no hope, unfortunately. I like the Shent ult, though. Actually, he might have saved us like super hard. He did. Aurelion Souls here. I am super screwed. He did flash, though, at least, so I think he's just dead for it. Yeah, it's kind of a silly play. He might be out. A bit unlucky. Again, they kind of just did the exact same play. I just wasn't like prepared for it. I did get to kite there a little bit. If you're like a really good ADC, you're just gonna like auto boom 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 and like hit them back the whole time. I really wasn't doing that, so maybe I should do it. Again, I'm slowing myself down a little bit by doing that, so I feel like running was just the best move. I did it a little bit at the end, but not very well. The fight ended up being good. I mean, they did like kind of int for me. We got a flash too, which is pretty cool. And then we get Manamune here, which is Manamune, whatever, which is quite helpful. I can just kind of sit in base for a little bit. I don't really think I want to TP here. I mean, the wave is pushing a little. I don't know. I don't really like TPing to this because my Vayne's already coming. I'm just gonna get this this camp here. Again, we want to keep stacking this. We're really kind of almost at the point of relevancy. My CS is good, you know, 164. Okay, I don't want to say it's good. It's better than theirs in mid, so that's like the measuring stick we're gonna go by. You know, ideally you're at like at least 180 here, realistically. That's all proportionate to skill level and stuff like that, of course, and it's also, you know, the flow of the game. Some games you're just gonna have lower CS and higher, but because I haven't rotated, it's really not great. But you know, at least we got tower plates and stuff like that, so we've found ways to get some gold, even if we haven't. But we get to kind of just free cast here, which is always great. I'm gonna ult now that everybody's kind of in the thick of things. We got a Q off. I think we got two. Yeah, we did. Wasn't sure if we got an assist for one of those, but did get two. So anytime we get to just kite or, you know, just kind of like front pedal like that, we're gonna like hard win a fight probably. Gotta be mindful over here. Darius is always able to turn a fight, so I'm actually just gonna back here. And we'll cover. Yeah, notice it's getting bad quick. I think he's just dead. Oh no, he isn't. Okay, good job. Our Shen is kind of like destroying, so maybe I should have a little more faith in him. You got a lot of items you could go here. This rapid fire cannon gives us some crit and stuff, which is quite good. Spirit Shojin gives us some health and strength, or power, whatever you want to call it. AD is the correct term, I guess. So, you know, they're all good choices. Honestly, I tend to go both. Just the order, I'd like to get a little bit of health first. If you want to go the other one first, I think it's probably a-okay. But we're at 200 stacks almost, so we're almost there. We're almost there. I think Smolder is generally kind of considered as like a probably a character you shouldn't play just because of the amount of downsides he has, but super, super fun to watch. You know, the Pro League for at least the Korean side of things is starting really soon. And they're just so good at this character. A lot of players in there. I mean, everybody's really good in there, so obviously. And this to me, Smolder is like one of those champs that if you are really good at him, he is one of the most exciting characters to play and watch. Which I don't know if that's like a good take or not, but I don't know. It's cool to me. So super, super fun to at least try. And, you know, now at 180 stacks or 180 CS and stuff, I think we're kind of getting the hang of things a little bit. We're doing much better as we miss the cannon. That's always fun. No worries, though. I gotta be a little bit careful here. We don't have great vision. Try to ward this, but I probably really shouldn't be. I do like own this Cho'Gath. He does have double Fizz defense. When I say physical, I just mean AD. In his two items, so I don't do that much damage to him, but like Cho'Gath really struggles into these backliners because you can just kind of kite him. I'm being like a little bit cautious right now, but I guess my Shen's sort of setting up. I'm letting him down really hard. I did get a kill there, so that's at least good, but I could have played a little more aggro. I ended up ulting, by the way, and getting another pick, which is kind of nice, because it was just right down the lane. This Darius is really scary, by the way, so I cannot fight him. I'm going to run up to my Mord here. Hopefully he can save me. I feel like Thresh can't. I'm just booking it right now. We're going to throw it 2 this way. Okay, Darius path another way. Good, 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 good. I cannot fight that guy out at all. He doesn't really have AD defense, but just like pure chase down on that character, especially with Ghost Flash, which I don't know if he has them up, but even if he doesn't, I don't think there's any way. I just kill him on my own. I need CC on him. And help, quite frankly. We can click on this, by the way, to teleport to this guy, which is really, really cool. I'm trying to like integrate the free cam a little bit more in, because again, I know how good it is. I just like have to improve. I feel like when you play on locked, your mechanics are just a little bit better, so I wanted to have it for the laning phase, but obviously, like, especially in this kind of a role, when you're such a squishy character, you kind of want to have that vision improvement, you know? So you notice this Darius here, I do not want to fight this guy, so if I can get like a little bit of damage like this, great, but I can't do too much. Too bad. I have to run here. I shouldn't have even walked back a little bit. Can kite because he's not on me, which is great. Okay, we got one. We have our passive stack, so we're actually doing like a lot more damage. And again, I can help him. As long as I'm not the one being targeted, I feel really, really good. When I'm being targeted, I kind of panic and it's like all messed up. We did get a pick on the back end of it, so that was good. I don't know if he's saying yikes because of me. I probably was a little bit of a wuss there, but I gotta be honest, dude. I'm just like... I'm just happy I'm positive. Usually I play this character and I just shit the bed, I'm not gonna lie, so... We'll take what we can. We're at 249 stacks, which means our damage is going up. And you notice that little burning effect. That is our execute slash burn. So enemies that are, I think, below like 6% health are just insta-dead if they're tagged with that. Whether it's the initial on-hit of the Q or that aftershock effect. So really, really powerful. And then obviously our burn can get them to that threshold. Not very easily, but if they're at 7% health and we Q them, they're fucked, you know? So... continuing to just stack that so we're doing more initial damage and stuff and getting them to that threshold on top of the fact that it's a 1.8 second ability. If we're able to just kind of spam that, have a little bit of space to free cast, is just going to be quite good for us. And again, we can get plenty of additional stacks just by hitting this. And we're already at 260, so that is pretty awesome. They do have Baron right now, which buffs minions, buffs them, everything, so got to be pretty cognizant of that. But I think we're okay. I'm gonna lock my camera again because I'm actually no. This is like such a bad time to lock it. Again, we hold space right now. That's how I have it locked. Oh dear, that was a really good flank. We were able to avoid the pull. So this is like fightable. I think we're gonna ult here. Oh, I'm walking up way too far and I just got pulled back. It is Jover. What a pull. That was all the Gragas ult. I think we clean up two here on the backside. This guy needs to ult. He did not ult. Oh. Rough. What a Gragas ult. We avoided the Darius, and then we decided, like, hey, we can, like, path forward there. That's, like, the discipline thing. I just have to, like, keep running back. Her positioning was not good. It was better, but not good, and that Gragas ult just ruins the game, because we got popped. Really rough. Again, if I have flash or something, yeah, we can, like, flash the Gragas ult, but I sort of just got jumped. I'm not sure we lose, because we do have people coming up, and we still have some towers and stuff, so I think we are okay, including me. But... man, what a rough look. Such a polarizing game, man. That's the thing with these characters. It's like you mess up a little bit and it's just the whole house falls down, so to speak. But I think we are okay here. Kill the Gragas. I gotta get to this Aphelios in the backside. He's gonna die here though, so we're okay. Do we get one more? That's the question. Okay, triple. I have to hold this. Oh my gosh, our base is so freaking low. Okay, we do cover. We don't lose yet. Emphasis on yet. Oh man, alrighty. That was rough. That was really rough. And good siege on them. We did get deicide, so I think we just run it down, honestly, and say screw it. They don't have TPs on their team besides Aurelion Sol. I gotta actually clear top wave, because Aurelion Sol is just gonna TP. I can teleport to a ward because I have mine up. But the idea is he can TP to minions and then just run past, and that would be pretty sad. So we'll push out one more wave here and then TP over. I hate that I have to do this, but I think it's a necessary evil. If they have vision in the jungle somewhere, it is just doomed as well. But yeah, now we're gonna TP. And we just have to like take the fight here and hope for the best. Which I don't... oh, I got freaking dinged right there. I'm such a noob. That was super bad. That ult was terrible. Yeah, I'm losing the composure, folks. That was really bad. I don't know, I kind of got into a camera disaster right there as well. Darius got his ult off. It resets if he gets a kill. I'm slowed, and we are gone, folks. GG. Yeah, pretty bad fight by me. We kind of have to force the issue there because this is so low, and they can kind of just like walk past us to some degree. But, you know, it does always stink to lose regardless, so... I think here for our final item, we just go like this Fire Cannon, or we could go Dominic's Regards. They do have a lot of defense, so I could have maybe went Dominic's Regards earlier and something better would have happened. But if I get a better ult off that fight, I think we at least take one with us, and then maybe a second one goes down because Shen got a good engage afterwards. So much of that is just like we put ourselves in a bad spot from getting picked. So, um, you know, look, the biggest thing is just going to be maximizing positioning and trying to avoid those, sketchy angles. But I think for all things considered, we had a okay game. We'll look at our grade and stuff. Oh, did my thing just get griefed? Uh-oh, maybe it did. Looking for a game to capture XD. Well, we got an S on it, so that's kind of what matters. But thank you guys for watching, and yeah, that's that. Peace.